Here you go now, fellas. Here we go. We got something I haven't seen ever. I might have drank it in Germany in 85, 86, but I don't think so. Wernesgruner. Pills. German beer. This is a new one from Aldi. I just dropped into Aldi today, and if they ever have any new beers, I'll grab them. But I've sort of pretty much had all of theirs, so... But we go to Aldi and buy sardines. They're only like 65 cents a can. I feed them to the kookaburras, and the dog and the cat love them. So it's cheaper than cat food, and it's a lot better for them. It's all fish. You know, you buy cat food, it's got nothing. Probably got 20% of meat in there. They fill it up with jelly, and the cat's weird. She eats the jelly and leaves the meat. That's weird, isn't it? Anyway, let's give this one a crack. Looks nice. Looks like a decent pills, you know, good head, very white head. Wow. A lot more flavour than I thought. This is more like a Czech Republic pills with shitloads of flavour. Tanked up with goodies, good hops. It's not, you know, anything. It's a pills. You know, it's an everyday drinker. I think pills is the most popular beer style in Europe. It's on tap just about every country, and it's a beauty. If you like a strong taste in pills, you might like it. If you don't, if you're looking for a tasteless pills, don't buy this one. This has got shitloads of flavour. They've been making it in since 1436. Wow. One of the oldest breweries in the world. I've never heard of it. You're kidding. Bloody hell. That's like 600 odd years. You're kidding. And it's got that real pillsy taste. Tastes strong. Gutsy. Wow. I was asked by Gaines Daily. I hope he gains daily some wisdom or muscle. I wonder, you give yourself a name like Gaines Daily, you think, well, he's probably gaining wisdom. Which, if you do gain wisdom every day, you become a smart man one day. So, yeah, why not? Something different. He's just asked me what it was like to be a monk. So, I sort of said I'll say a little bit about it. One thing, we weren't drinking beers, so I had like nearly 9 months as a monk. It was like a rebirth, and I had a feeling before I was a monk, I had a feeling that I was a monk in past lives, and I had a feeling I had to do it this lifetime. So off to Thailand. I was a monk over there for quite a while, about 5 months, and did it over here for about 4 months in Sydney, but mostly in Melbourne, in a couple of different temples. But over in Thailand, I stayed in 3 temples, one in Bangkok, one in Suphanburi, Wat Sai Nham, and Wat Sai Dai up in Nakhon Sawan, and Wat Rajanadaram in Bangkok. And it was fantastic. It was the best thing I ever did. I did what they call Khao Pansar, which is a yearly 3-month study time. And I did that in Suphanburi in what they call a Vipassana, or I think the Indians call it Vipassana, which means working meditation, and it leads to enlightenment. So instead of sitting and just contemplating on life and relaxing everything, the mind and the body, you actually do things and you meditate. So you do walking meditation, and you do all different sorts of meditation where you try to just hold that total love and kindness for all living beings at all moments, and try to have great discernment and wisdom with your actions, and helping people. and it's very rewarding. You actually sleep on the floor, so I did like, what, 9 months of sleeping on the floor, and you don't sit on chairs, but you end up sitting on a chair here and there. Like, I didn't sit on the train floor when I went to Sydney, and I didn't sit on the plane floor when I went to Thailand and came back, but you get the gist of things. If you're sitting in a temple, you'll sit on the floor, you eat on the floor, you know, you're like you're called a beggar, or, you know, you got to be without any ego at all. So you're below everyone. You rely on the other people to feed you, because you're not allowed to do gardening. You can't kill anything. Like, if you shove a shovel into the ground, you might kill a worm. So you're not allowed to kill anything, and that's the crux of it. You got to stop the suffering of the living things. It's all, yeah. The Buddhist philosophy is fan-fucking-tastic. Now, religion, like all religions, are corrupt, and they're all been like infiltrated by evil people that take over and turn them into shit. Really, there was an old monk here that he slept with an 18-year-old girl. He was 72 and got her pregnant. You're kidding, aren't you? A Lao monk. So there's people like that. There's some absolute arsehole monks, and there's some arsehole people running temples and religions in some countries, and I mean that on all religions. So the philosophy, I love it. I don't like any religion. I'm not attached to any religion. I'm not a religious person, but I'm a philosopher, and I love wisdom, so I love to learn, and I love to help people. I love to help the animals and everything alive, the trees, the plants. I love it. You know, you try to create some sort of form of community with everything. You know, with the animals. I fed 2 kookaburras today. You know, it's been really hot, and it's so effing dry here. So a lot of creatures are dying. They probably haven't got the food that they usually have, because we haven't had bugger all rain and really hot days. We had a little ringtail possum here the other day. We put a bowl of water out for him. It was like 43 degrees. He couldn't hardly walk, the poor bugger. So yeah, Buddhism's about that. You stop the suffering of any living thing around you. You try to make community, biosphere. Yeah, it's just what it is. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. I'll talk a bit more about it, because I've had a couple of beers now and probably not the sharpest bloke on the block at the moment. But being a Buddhist monk was fantastic. Really, if you really want to do something different, help yourself, your family, and the world, being a Buddhist monk for a little while is really beneficial. In Thailand, most men have to do it. Have to do it? Well, no, it's encouraged for all Thai men to do it once in their life. And I reckon that's a great thing. If you've got everyone, say in Australia, becoming a monk for a couple of weeks, yeah, they don't have to do it for long. Some do it for 2 days, big deal, but they shave their head. I live in a temple. Alright, I did it for 9 months. You know, a lot of people won't do it that long. Some people do it and they never stop. They die a monk, which isn't a bad life. You know, you're fed well, you don't have to work. You know, there's plenty of pros for it, and plenty of cons, I guess, as well. You know, no sex, no alcohol, no drugs. So, you know, it's interesting, you know what I mean? So, anyway, that's it, Gaines. Tell me your name anyway, Gaines. I don't want to call you Gaines. That sounds weird. Anyway, my travel channel is a bit of a fuck up, because I don't talk about my travel anymore, because I haven't been doing much travel in the last few years after buying this place. I don't really feel like it. You know what I mean? When you got a really nice place, you're content. You know, I don't need to go to Thailand and search out hot women or Venezuela and go and, going out with these Miss Universes. I've done a lot. I went out with Frank Sinatra's niece, went out with, oh, cardiologists, heart surgeons, and bloody solicitors, and all the rest of it. Doesn't matter. That's all ego. I dropped the whole lot, become a monk, fix the head up, fix the mind up, get the heart strong and cool, and just love up with everyone. Cheers, everyone. Love yous all. Have a great New Year.